Hello everyone. I wanted to start off this video by mentioning a disclaimer that this isn't a self-help or self-improvement video. That's not what I'm going for here. This is more of a reminder to kind of tell you who you are as a person and to remind the part of your brain that tells you why not try or what's the worst that can happen, at least when approaching anything in life that you want to achieve or pursue. I'll start this off by kind of exposing myself a little bit here that I really do suck at talking to a camera. I haven't been good at it ever since I started making content. Although my content journey has been short as of right now, I'm still really trying to perfect things that I know I'll probably never be perfect at. And to me, I'm simply fine with that. And I'm in tune with knowing that I won't be perfect. There will always be flaws in what I do, and I think that's the beauty of human nature. Progression gives us purpose in a way. It allows us to pat ourselves in the back, and it allows us to look back and learn from our mistakes in general. So, one of the things I do want to expose is that I don't think I'm as smart as I am or well spoken as I am. This is a part of me that you guys see, not the full me. Um, and for example, in my speech, I use a lot of filler words like or that I'm trying to stop in my speaking, whether it's public or private. And I'm using you guys to hold myself accountable in a sense where I can improve my speech that way. And I think generally that just comes with trying, being aware of it and being conscious of it, and just trying to improve the problem. I don't have a script to this video. I wrote down bullet points that I wanted to talk about. I wrote it, I said again. I wrote it in my journal, and I wanted to elaborate on a couple things. In the last 2 months, I've seen a lot of progress in my life and almost everything that I'm doing. And I had a shift one night. I'm not sure what night I had it on, but it was a random night. I was laying in bed and I said, you know what? I have to start giving everything 100% with its due time. And I think this is relative to everyone's goals. It could really depend on what you're doing. But I'll give the most cliche example I can. The gym, for example. When I go to work out, I had a stretch of 2 months from almost January to February where I see no progress. And the last 2 months I decided, you know what? I'm there anyway. Let's give it 100%. No matter how long the day is, no matter what happened. Let me just give it the 100%. And the results that I've seen have been astronomical. I went from this to this. And although it's not where I want to be at, I'm able to pat myself in the back a little bit now, even looking at those photos and telling myself I gave 100%. And I will continue to give 100%. I applied this to all directions of my life, and I did it for my content, my social interactions. And I think to me, visibly from the outside world or a third person view or from others, that my workouts are obviously the most apparent thing that could track this progression of just trying. And to me, I feel it at a deeper level because it's everything that I do. For example, my social interactions, I decided that I would, you know, just start saying, have a good one, once passing by anyone that's leaving the gym. And I found myself just being more socially interactive with everyone. Today I was in the sauna and I had a conversation with a 69-year-old man about life. And I don't think I would have been able to even speak up at that moment come 4 months ago unless he spoke to me first. I kind of just dreaded the social interaction. But now it's kind of a learning opportunity from every interaction that I have. Point being, I just want everyone to know here that you kind of know what you have to do, and self-improvement, motivation, discipline. I am not here to sell you all of that. And it's hard. It's hard to do something every day or give it its 100%. I'm not you. I don't live your life. I don't know what you go through, and I think we all have our unique experiences in our own way. But genuinely, all you have to do is try. Give it the 100% that you can. Even if your mind or body is at 30%, give it the full 100% of the 30, if that makes sense. You'll see results that you won't get half-assing stuff. And there's a beauty in that because you become more resilient. You'll find your 30% being your 20% 2 months down the line. And it just increasingly gets easier. There's some things that will stay hard, but you'll build a resistance to it. So at the end of the day, I'm not here to give advice. I don't like advice. I like sharing my experiences in a sense where you can have an idea and carve your own path to go there. And I want to hear that experience because I might have something to apply to myself. But I won't use the same blueprint you use because again, we all live different lives, and I think that's important. When you're scrolling social media or even watching a video, it's easy to compare yourself to the person you're watching. But you're comparing apples to oranges. It's not a one-to-one comparison. You don't know what they go through with your life, with their lives, and they don't know what you're going through. And it might be a advantage for you or a disadvantage, but comparison is the thief of joy. And I wouldn't tie your self-worth to that comparison or even your achievements or your progression in things. It's good at the end of the day to pat yourself in the back and to know that I did the right thing and I'm on the right path. That I'm not a big fan of self-improvement for that. It really ties your self-worth to your progression and your achievements, and I just think that's a horrible way of going about it. Sure, sometimes you're motivated to do other things, and other times you're disciplined in a certain sector of your life. But we're human. We have good days and bad days, and you have to have both to appreciate the other. We're not robots. We make mistakes, and I think it's important to be conscious of that because it will take you further in your fulfillment with yourself and everything that you do and everything that you're progressing with and trying to achieve. And I think that's what's important. At the end of the day, I'm just a random person trying to not necessarily help you, but just remind you that you know who you are and all you have to do is try. Thank you. I appreciate you for tuning in.